As a homeward stretch, welcome back to our Rise Prime Time. Dr. Constance Ikokwu is my guest now, and we're looking at some of the issues here. Well, we're talking about solutions, but again, before solutions, you had all sides. You had the PDP. You also have had Professor Fobu speaking about the hike in petrol price and the NLC. What resonates for you in these three submissions?
It's a difficult time for everybody. First, for the president, it's not an easy time to be a president. It's also a punishing time to be a Nigerian. This did not start today. We've come a long way with the prevailing conditions. Right now, everything is spiraling out of control in terms of prices. The wages are stagnant. There's no movement there at all. And nobody knows what to do. And that's why Labour was saying the other day that it wants to pull out of negotiations or talks with the federal government. Why? Because they think that the government is not sincere. It's not being transparent with them. And why did they say that? One example that they gave was the 70 billion naira that was allocated to the National Assembly for their working conditions. So they broke it down. We have 469 members, right? Is it 469 or 496, whichever one, members in the National Assembly. They get 70 billion. If you break it further, one person gets about 149 billion naira. And then you're giving 8,000 naira palliative to 12 million Nigerians. Just, it makes mockery of the situation. So they are saying, if you want us to make sacrifices, why are you guys not making sacrifices? I mean, maybe the National Assembly needs to explain further to the public how that money is going to be spent. There might be justification. At the same time, given what is going on in the country, it doesn't look good at all. It doesn't paint the government as, people that are serious. It doesn't paint them as people that are sensitive to the hardship that everyone is facing. And it doesn't look like they're going to be doing belt-tightening measures that they have asked Nigerians
Sorry to cut you. Do you think that actually got to the president? Perhaps that was why he decided to halt the process of the 8,000 naira for 12 million homes? So
the other argument then is that it looks like it wasn't properly thought through. You're not going to be doing fire brigade in these circumstances. You have to think through these things. You prepared for governance, or people assume that you were prepared. It said it is your turn. You want to be the president. Yes, it is tough. It's a tough call. But these policies and programs, you need to take your time to think them through so that they will actually make impact. If not, it looks like we're just running around in circles.
And, we're trying to talk about some key solutions. And for the Labour, the NLC, Ikokwu, he says specifically that the NNPC and the government had told them that they were going to show them the compressed natural gas points in Abuja and some other cities. And he wonders, till this moment, nothing has been done. So it comes back to timeliness or some sense of urgency in dealing with the problem.
That's another thing. The Labour is saying that the government is unserious because, they stopped them from going on strike and then organized talks, and every single thing that has been discussed during the talks looks like it's not happening. So why are they stonewalling Labour? What are they buying time for? Do you even have a sense of urgency? When we think about it, I just remember Sri Lanka last year. Sri Lanka is a country that went through prolonged economic crisis. People were asked not to refuel their vehicles in order to conserve energy. People were so frustrated with frequent blackouts, and so they could not operate their businesses. So many things going on, and the government sat down there. Then one day, the people had enough. They marched to the presidential palace. And initially, the military, of course, the police, they were attacking them. And after a while, they had to flee because the people were resolved that we are taking down this government today. You're not playing with people's lives. Do we want to get there in Nigeria? Well, we have to be serious. You have to be sensitive that everything in Nigeria today is out of control. The elections are there, the tribunals, you know, everyone is waiting. After the elections, there were contests and nobody was in the streets. Everybody was at home and said, let's give the government the benefit of that. Let's wait for the tribunal. Do you really want people, the young people especially, to come out in the streets? I mean, Sri Lanka is a case in point. They collapsed the government by force because when you don't listen to people, you will hear it in a way that maybe you do not want to.
So the goodwill should not be taken for granted.
Absolutely.
It's a fine place, Dr. Constance Ikokwu. Many thanks as always.
Thanks for having me.
Well, that's it for this edition of Arise Prime Time. Do join us again tomorrow. From me and the entire team here in Abuja, it's goodbye and thanks for watching.